Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, as always, Colin the Crow Clark, and today I'm just bringing you a little exposition on the Jack drone from the Gears 5 Special Edition Jack drone release. Here's a little fly around of it sitting on the table. If you'll excuse my finger in the top left-hand corner, I'm an amateur videographer, and by amateur I mean I've never tried to do it before. But sitting there on the table, controller in front of it, it looks beautiful. It flies even better. But as you can see, it is scaled down, but it is an exact replica of the Jack drone, and I absolutely loved the way it looked. So we're going to go back to the original image here, and I'm going to show you, go ahead, the takeoff of it. Bring the takeoff up. Move that right over the center. There it is. I slowed it down so that you can see the propellers kind of spinning up. My brother actually is flying it. He builds his own drones and flies them and does one hell of a job. So I asked him to go ahead and do it for me, and he did an amazing job here, just getting me some quick snippet videos to kind of loop here for each and every one of you, taking off from that table and flying around. We're going to bring up the second one now, which is actually where it's flying off into the distance of the yard. You see him now. He's over top of the deck. He's kind of settling out. I apologize for the video quality, but you can still see the detail in those eyes, those two arms that are off the front. He took the shields off of the propellers because that's how confident he was in his flying capability. You see here he levels it out in front of me. He does a little spin, a little yaw turn. Now he's going to turn back and fly straight off away from us, and I thought he did a beautiful job of it. And finally, we're going to show off the landing. He actually brings Jack drone in, centers him around the deck, flies him around a little bit, gets him centered up, squared up. Once he gets him back to a certain point on the deck, he's going to bring him in for an easy landing. But here he comes out of the yard again. I have the video on loop for him to center it up, but it's coming back out of the yard. I love how easily this thing flies, how seamless it flies, and it's a beautiful scale model of him. I think the way he's built, you see the two arms coming off the front, so you'd think he'd be weighted a little too heavy on that front side, but they do a beautiful job of counterbalancing that by the battery in the back end of Jack. They do a great job there of doing that and making sure that Jack has a great sense of stability throughout the entirety of him flying. He's got both of the arms, the shock arm, the heel, or the utility arm, and the shock arm. He's got all four of those eyes, a little camera centered below him, and as you can see on the controller, it has the station where you can actually put your phone, if you download the Jack drone app, so that you can actually see out of that camera, take photos and videos of your own. I plan on uploading a few of those here shortly because I'm going to have him fly around, take a video or two, take a photo or two. But the controller also has an auto takeoff and auto land feature. For all of us that are noobs at flying drones, it's easy to go ahead and bring it up to a certain height and take it back down safely on a flat surface. I had to use it quite a lot in my attempts at flying, and that's all they can be called, as attempts. I'm going to probably get a little bit of a longer video or two of him flying the drone around with hopefully some better video quality for all you, but this was just today where I had a chance to actually see him do what he does best, and that is my brother, and he flew that drone around like an ace aerial pilot. I just wanted to get some snippets of how it looked on the table, how it looked taking off and steadied, and how it looked coming back in from a flight out in the yard. I think he did an amazing job. I thank him for all his help on it. And a big shout out will go out to the Coalition, to Microsoft Studios, for putting together a perfect special edition of Gears 5, the Gears 5 Jackbot Special Edition, where you got your own Jack drone. And as Damon Baird says in the game, it's a one-of-a-kind piece of technology, and without a doubt, it certainly is. Jack is a one-of-a-kind bot. His personality is perfect in the campaign if you've played through it. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? I hope you all enjoyed this video. Big shout-out again to my brother. As always, if there's anything you want to talk about, leave it in the comments. I hope you drop a like, subscribe. If there's anything you want to see from Gears 5, let me know. And as always, have an amazing rest of your day and especially great rest of your week.